Hi everyone, welcome to Lodestore's Lending Leaders Summer Edition, Between Two Palms. I'm here with co-host Alayna Gardner, and we're going to be talking about meme marketing today.
We are.
A very millennial topic. I think what's always been a good well for us to draw from is all things millennial that we talk about, but I think this is something that makes sense for everyone and probably something that you all engage with more than you think. So let's start. What the heck is a meme?
What the heck is a meme? Oh, I have to define it.
Yeah.
So traditionally, if for some reason you haven't been on the internet in the last 10 years or more, a meme is normally a traditional standstill image that has text on the bottom and top that's kind of meant to be funny. A lot of times they're very specific to a job function or just like life in general.
Yeah.
So there are some... one thing we've definitely seen an increase in is the B2B memes have definitely increased. I think Slack did a lot of that, and GIFs are also a big thing as well.
So it's you take an image, you take a video, something that doesn't have anything to do with whatever you're talking about, and then apply it to something different, right?
Exactly.
Like, there's pictures out there of a couple walking, the guy's looking back, and then you see the woman that he's looking at, and it gets labeled, right, of like, new system, old system, something like that.
Yeah.
Or, there were a lot of things can be memeable, right? Like something happens and a lot of people make a clip of it or make a joke about it. The Will Smith slap at the Oscars was a popular example of, you see Will Smith slapping and, that you'll have labels of what's getting slapped or something like that of, my coffee addiction, Dunkin' Donuts or something like that. Like that's, I have a Rhode Island Instagram that I follow. That
I
has a
can't
lot of
imagine
memes
why.
like that. It's fantastic, but RI Probs, strongly recommend it. So we've defined memes. We've talked about them a little bit. Why does it matter?
So I think from a marketing perspective, it's actually really unique. We see a really high engagement rate on memes and non-traditional marketing, right? People want the brands that they interact with to be fun and human.
Yeah.
And it's something that we see a lot in marketing. We've talked in the past about human-to-human marketing, right? At the end of the day, B2C and B2B are different in a lot of ways. And I think B2C readily accepted memes and GIFs and emojis a long time ago. And it's really starting to be a huge increase in the B2B space where it's starting to be accepted even in our industry, which I think from a marketing perspective might be a few years behind the time.
Yeah. I mean, why would that be a lag? Are these viewed as unprofessional?
They can be viewed as unprofessional. And I think honestly, a lot of it is the shift in management roles as millennials move up the chain.
Sure.
Those things are viewed very natural to us.
Yeah.
We've definitely memed our coworkers before. We get memed from the podcast a lot.
I do constantly. I make a lot of weird gestures that people love to clip. So
yeah. So
holding my hands tightly now.
Internally they happen for us.
Yeah.
And I think because as more millennials move up the chain, it becomes more normalized.
Yeah, our co-founder Dave took a picture of me and photoshopped like a lot of hair on my head, and that was set around for a while. So that was a meme.
I've definitely put a unicorn horn on your head.
Exactly. Yeah. So I think it's just a way of engaging in a slightly different way than you see now. And I think the important thing is in sales and marketing, one of the biggest challenges I've had over the last 9 years is connecting with people in a way that isn't just asking them for something, whether it's, hey, listen to the podcast, hey, book a demo, hey, buy our product, hey, come see us at a conference, right? That stuff blows by. There's a place for that, obviously, and there will always be a component of that, especially on something like LinkedIn, but also when you can be like, hey, here's just something that made me laugh, or here's something funny that I made, hope you enjoy it too, right? That's a way of just really humanizing who you are and connecting with people, and hopefully, just having a laugh over it too. One of our past guests from this season, Alex Dunton, great LinkedIn follow because he does these almost daily of all the different things.
I've asked him about it.
Yeah.
He has legitimately, he photoshops his face onto anything and everything he possibly can. It's hilarious. Yeah. He does have a person that does it for him. I did ask.
Okay, that makes sense. But just the amount of business he said he's gotten from it, and just it's a way of people realizing like there's a person behind this, right? It's not robotic in many cases. A lot of people, what they're what they put out on social media is just, hey, look at this, or hey, we're hiring, or things that are pretty stuffy, which is fine. You know, it's great to say when you're hiring. It's great to say when you're looking for a job, but it's also the things that we get a lot of comments on, the things people laugh about a lot are, you know, usually when we're being a little more original in that regard.
Yeah, and I think, too, one thing that we always have to remember when we're marketing is the person that's interacting is a person.
Yeah.
And, you know, especially when you're looking at increasing follower counts for a B2B business, I'm going to be 100% honest. Closing costs aren't the sexiest thing in the world. They're not. It's fine. So we have to talk about things that are still relevant to the mortgage industry in a fun and unique way. And memes in non-traditional content forms like this podcast, right? Or this podcast could be called a meme because we're calling it Between Two Palms, almost. And we're making that reference. But it's very unique, and you have to find those unique ways to connect with people, or they're never going to follow you if you're just posting your press releases and product up.
And it makes it more fun to do, too, which is important. Some of my favorite meetings is where we're coming up with different ideas for articles or for conference submissions or things like that, or just something that, you know, breaks through a little bit. And that's always been something that we've been good at least trying to do, and I think going to be always part of our identity. And I can understand that more traditional companies or more established companies may not, but I think that's at your own peril at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the fun things about being a smaller business is we get to do fun things, and we get to do them quickly and in responsiveness, because I think that's so much of social media marketing is you have to be present in what's happening to be able to be relevant.
And I think that's the nice thing about memes is it's a very easy way to loop in current events, right? If you see something happens, right? I mentioned the Will Smith Oscars moment, or something happens in sporting events or things like that. And that week you can kind of put something up about that and tie it into what you're doing. So it's just, you know, or there's, you know, some images that you just see used over and over again. Liam Neeson from Taken, where he's on the phone, I will find you and I will kill you, right? That has been riffed on millions of times.
And it's one of our most engaged posts on LinkedIn.
Yeah. So I was already trying to think of what memes we need to do to accompany this podcast too, so.
Oh, we are going to get named.
Yeah.
It's going to happen. I'm a little terrified of what our content manager is going to do. It's fine.
It'll be good.
So, yeah, it's definitely a fun thing to do, and we're always looking for unique ways to connect with people. And honestly, brand awareness is such a thing that can be driven by these comments, right? When we're talking about fun people to follow, you say Alex Dutton because he creates fun content to follow.
The Broke Realtor on Instagram is a great real estate follow. It makes me laugh all the time.
So you're not just following them. Yes, there is a market there, and they probably, you know, they have a service they're selling at the end of the day. But you're following them because they're fun to follow, and if you happen to need something, then you're going to reach out to them and have that business.
And by them posting things related to real estate in that way is you connect them with real estate. So you go, oh, they're posting these funny images, but now I actually have a real estate question, and you know, broke agent is the guy to talk to, or whatever it may be. Alex is the person to talk to about title insurance, because I've seen hundreds of posts that he's done.
My favorite's the Simba one.
Oh yeah.
He has his face on Simba as it's held into the sky. It's beautiful. Beautiful.
He just did a funny one with Hugh Jackman looking really sad in the car. And it's like when your friends don't have to keep their phones on during vacation or something. Like that. It made me laugh a lot. So, yeah.
But yeah, if you haven't used a meme in your marketing, we definitely recommend trying it out. It always performs well for us, and it's just fun, honestly, and it gives your employees something fun and unique to do, and gets them excited about the brand.
Yeah.
So.
And I think that's what you're just trying to do at the end of the day. Like any company, you want your targets to realize there's people behind what they're doing, right? Sure, sales, marketing, it's your job, but at the end of the day, you do a lot of other things, and it's important to kind of show that personality, because I think people connect a little bit more.
Yeah. We're real people. We're not robots.
Nope.
Awesome.
Great. Any closing thoughts on memes?
No, just if you're not following Lodestar on LinkedIn, you should be, because we post great content every week. Thought leadership, memes, as well as a weekly comic strip is something new we're testing out. So if you're interested in mortgage comics, you should go check that out.
And I think at the end of the day, you know, why are we doing all of this, right? Like, what is the point of doing a comic strip? as a B2B calculator company?
Oh, that's a great question. So I would definitely say the biggest thing for us is just connecting with not only our users, but also our potential users, and create awareness around our brand, right? When you look at it and look at us, we are just under 20 people company. We do not have the giant marketing budget that some of our competitors have. So we need to find a different way to break through the noise. And we aren't going to have lots of digital ads, and all of that is just not going to be something that we do.
Center stage at a conference.
Center stage at a conference is just not something that is in our marketing budget, to be quite frank. So we need to find ways to connect with people like you guys watching this, to kind of just make you aware of Lodestar and have you know that there's another option out there when it comes to fee management. We're a closing cost calculator. We integrate with your LOS
if we
and
can
POS.
make these things tangentially related to what we do, power to it, and then let's just have some fun with it.
Exactly. If our comic strip is the thing that makes you aware of us, it's done its job.
Yep, exactly.
So.
Great. Well, thank you for talking about this topic, and hopefully a lot of memes to follow.
Of course.
Even
and
some mean ones.
If you see this on LinkedIn, you should leave a meme in the comments.
Yes,
your favorite
absolutely.
meme in the comments. I want to see them all.
Please.
So.
Great. Thanks, everyone, and thank you, Alayna.
My pleasure. We'll see everyone next week.